All right, everybody. All right, everybody ready? It's morphin' time. Oh, I'm using a hotspot. Yes, it is. As as Billy would say, it's more phenomenal. Yeah, we about to get more phenomenal up in this stream here. Say my Power Ranger adventures begin. What's going? All right, got Janera here. How's it going? Say, I know you ready for this. There, say, they say get more phenomenal and also prodigious. Oh, fun little fact about fun little fact about Billy. I think the pro. I don't know if you ever watched Digimon, but there's a kid in Digimon named Izzy who always says prodigious. I think he got that from Billy even, before Digimon came out. Because yeah, Power Rangers started before Digimon, so I think yeah he got the prodigious word from Billy. So, yeah, he kind Billy kind of gave Digimon a little language to use there. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing to note there. Then you know the when they had the crossover with the Mass Rider, when they was trying to do like a backdoor pilot for the Mass Rider, um, they a lot of the music that was used in that crossover special, uh, that was the same music that they would use for the American dubbed version of Digimon. Yeah. So yep. Yeah, that's so yeah, so yeah, this is so yeah, like I say, sorry about being late and everything. Yeah, I had some unexpected things. One of which and say when I got off work, cause I know I've said in the last, I went in at midnight. Got off around about like between 9 and 10 o'clock a.m. Had to get me a new phone cord because AT and I went to AT and T and I was like I think my phone charger port needs cleaning. They said no, that's probably not. Yeah, try getting a new charger first. So I got a new charger. Now the charger does work, but and it's actually an advantage because it's a really long charger. So I'm definitely gonna still use it. But that was not the case with it. It did need cleaning out. So they got me fixed up there. Got me a little breakfast after work, and they got me taken care of. Got back here. I was intending to put some posts up while because wifey she was still at work. I was intending to make some posts while watching some YouTube videos, just sort of relaxing and everything, and putting up posting up a few new shorts and videos. And this is a no. I should have done it here in the office. I accidentally sat in the recliner and I fell asleep after looking for a movie on Tubi. So yeah, and then when I woke up, it was like my wife was calling and say I'm on my way home. So like, oh okay, baby. Like, so yeah, and then the emergency came up, and yeah, we had to deal with that. So yeah, but it was taken care of. Just took a little while to get it done. Like I said, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. It was kind of unexpected. Say I was, thinking, like she gets off work, come home, get ready for the stream, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's all that was. Had also we had to change our dinner plans in order to get here at the time we did. Um, yeah, other so that's all what happened there. One of those things of life, life be unpredictable there, sort of. So it happens there. So let's let's get started. Pretty sure the others will join in when they can there. Pretty sure they're on their way. Um, so yeah, as you know, big Power Ranger fan, obviously. And when I first got into Power Rangers, when they first came out, 1993, they came out. Go go Power Rangers. Rita Repulsa, Zordon, David Got the that's an I'm not really sure, but I mean that's an interesting that is an interesting thing to bring up. And you never know. Um, I do. That does make me think of like I don't know if you ever you and you may have seen this they because they've released 'cause I remember Austin St. John who played Jason and Walter Jones playing Zach they because they got their own YouTube channel and everything and on I think there was like a special they did at some I think back in early 2000 of an unaired pilot episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when they first tried to get Mighty Morphin Power Rangers off the ground, and there actually was a different actress for Trini, and it was taking place at the bowling alley and everything. Yeah, but that kind of made me think of that. And they had a few other attempts at trying to get a pilot kicked off, even when they cast, the actors that we know as Trini when they did cast. So they had a few pilot attempts there. I think one of the pilot attempts ended up being a later episode involving a goat lion. That is in the episode where Zach had this girl that Zach was dating named Angela. Yeah, so yeah, one of the later episodes was actually a pilot attempt at one point there. So yeah, that's a little bit of of history there. So Trini actress was the are you talking one from the unpiloted from the pilot episode, the lost episode that before the other actress there. Okay, yeah, okay. Mm, yeah, they and like I say, they I mean it wasn't and it wasn't a bad performance there. I mean, because this was the first time them doing it, they were trying to test the waters. Obviously, when you first test, oh, she was older than me. Okay, so obviously, when you're testing the waters with a new show, any show, it's gonna kind of be a little rocky at first, and you kind of try to find the how you're gonna set your formula. You're trying to see what's gonna stick, how the audience is gonna react, and everything. So it's yeah, the first episode is always gonna be kind of a little rocky at first. There, not bad, but just kind of rocky trying to get it started. Even like with shows like Fresh Prince and stuff like that. Yeah, so um, yeah, I think what we did get officially really turned out great, especially the command center. Uh, it was the unaired pilot. It looked cool though with all the neon stuff. The first time they did the command center and Zoltar and the way they had Alpha, but I think it was a lot better. I think it was a lot better with what we did get. Sort of, yeah. So she didn't, yeah. Yeah, but so yeah, I think it was a lot better with what the official first episode we did get, and and became more iconic and everything. So yeah, but that's the whole purpose of testing stuff out to see what's gonna stick. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, he started in 1993 because he wanted more money. Yeah, and quite frankly, that was a thing with not just that actress, but um in late, I think like in the middle of season two, um Jason, Trini, and Zach, there, Austin, Trudy, and Walter, they wanted more money. They wanted like union because see like the first season um they was able the first season had a lot more relying on Sentai footage. Uh, yeah, she did there, but they relied a lot on the Sentai footage for the first season. They did have some American footage. Yep, True to Train. Yes, yes. They did have some, American footage like with the putties and stuff like that. But a lot of it was Sentai footage, so they didn't. uh, they didn't really have to do a whole lot physically, especially like in the major stuff. But in season two, because the suits and stuff that they had gotten so iconic, um, they did. Saban didn't want to change them, but he changed the Zords. So we got suits from Zoo Ranger footage mixed with Die Ranger footage Zords. And this is where that's where it started to get kind of complicated, especially when they were running out of extra Zoo Ranger footage. Um, yeah, because then there was a lot of original suit fights there. Oh, really? He did. Okay, sweet. Okay, that's kind of cool there. Okay, go go, Jason. Yeah, okay. Saying that that's even a little. That's a little more information. No, okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just finished eating Subway. By the way, that's yeah. It just been oof, boy. It was quite a meal there. Um, so yeah, yeah. Yeah. So it got to where they were using they were having to make a lot more American footage there and less Sentai footage. Some of there was actually the cockpit of the Thunder Megazord that was American footage, like the cockpit of it, but the Megazord was Sentai, but the cockpit was and there if you notice if you notice during the fights there'd be a lot of scenes where they would lean the camera like they were falling over and stuff, and then you see like these little fireworks come up in the cockpit and stuff. That kind of that was kind that was that's I think what started some of the issues along with some of the like having to do a lot of the physical work, but that really started a lot of it because it was a lot of stuff with like pyrotechnics and stuff like that. That's why they were demanding a union and stuff because it was like hey Saban, we could end up getting hurt with this. We kind of we need some coverage for it, and he never did. Not completely sure the details of how the conversation went, but that was part of because I started noticing that rewatching season two and season three, but mostly season two, where a lot of it because that's where the change of actors first occurred there, and that was the reason why. Plus, they had a lot of stuff going on when they were trying to film the Power Ranger movie. Oh, I think it was in Australia, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. Which was all American footage, new suits and everything. And yeah, they were definitely that was even more so demanding of a union. But like I say, didn't didn't quite cave in. So it was actually so the actors for Jason, Trini, and Zach, they actually at some point they kind of I guess you could say went on a strike of some sort because after Tommy became the White Ranger, there were episodes where they were still there, like you saw them originally for a while, but like when they went to like the morph scenes, like where they be in the like it's morphin time and they be in the fight with the monsters as the Rangers, you would if you listen closely, you notice something off with the voices, like, oh man, what's going on? Yeah, so yeah, like there was suit they had suit actors because they were not showing up for some of the like the suit scenes there. And after a while, yeah, then you got the new cast, Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what happened there. So yeah, there's a little bit of history there. So going with my adventures in Power Rangers, yeah, that's what we all. Of course, when Power Ranger first started, I was like 5 years old, 1993, and I did know about it and everything, and looked at some of it, but I started watching it more so when I turned 7 in 1995. By the time the first movie came out, and they were showing season 3 episodes on Saturday mornings, and reruns of the first two seasons on the weekday, and that's kind of what helped me to kind of catch up um, just a little bit as much as I could there. So, oh, sorry about that. That they cast the yes, I did I heard about that. A lot of people, and not just them. So they said it too. I've heard a lot of people have said that back when probably I know probably when it first came out, and a lot of people still say that today. That's been kind of a thing. Even Linkara, who talks his history of Power Ranger videos, he reported that there was a lot of talk going on about that, and he actually clarified that it wasn't it. They can't be very. He kind of clarified, and like I said, I don't now. I mean, maybe there was some phrases, but behind the scenes, 'cause, I mean, I know there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes, in general. So it could that. I mean, you never know. It could be some stuff that maybe even more stuff that we don't know about. So who knows what could be right and wrong there. But yeah, I did definitely hear about that. Yeah, but the black guy in the Black Ranger suit. Uh, when I first heard about it, this is just what I thought of it. Like I said, I'm not confirming what's true or false here, but what I thought when I first heard about it, I what came to my mind was like, well, if that was the case, wouldn't the actor have said something and like, hey, Saban, can we be different colors there? But who knows? Maybe they did feel that way, but they just went with it, just to still be in the show, for that time. Maybe they still wanted to be a part of Power Rangers and cool, giant robots, stuff like that. Um, yeah, so that could be. Um, Honestly, I had never really thought of it when oh man. Yes, yeah, and then yeah, I heard about that. There, he was having some trouble with his identity and everything. Yeah, I did hear about that. I don't know how it seemed like he. I mean, as far as I can tell, he seemed like he's doing pretty good now. With Cosmic Fury and the 30th anniversary special that they brought him back for. But yeah, there was that going on, and like I say, that's one thing. Like they say about that's one reason why they say be kind to people. I mean, like I say, we're not all perfect, but I mean, yeah, we still treat one. We still need to treat one another nice. We because like I say, right or wrong, treating a person bad is not going to make the situation any better. So yeah, that's I mean, you take like Jesus for example. He can't he was the doctor to this. He was like, why is Jesus hanging around all the sinners and stuff? Because there is a he's the doc he's like the him to the sinners. It's like the doctor to the people that are sick. You sick, you need a doctor. So that's why they were with Jesus. They needed some help. Yeah. So yeah, that's and Jesus treated them really kindly, so, in order to help them there. So WWJD. Yeah. Yeah. Like I say that, but yeah, Billy. Yeah, he did not deserve that there. Yeah. Hey, nobody deserves to be bullied. I don't care who they are there. Yeah, that's just wrong. So, ooh, all right, this is that one. So with yeah, there was that, and so with once I got into the Power Rangers and everything and was watching the episodes, um, there was I know I got like a few VHSs while watching TV show and stuff. My favorite VHS from season one was Food Fight, and it had Billy on the cover in his Blue Ranger suit. They even and they did and one thing they did with the VHS is they had like they had VHS episodes of Day at the Dumpster, High Five, Food Fight, Happy Birthday Zach, and No Clowning Around. Each of the VHSs had an interview with the Rangers. Day at the Dumpster, you had an interview with Jason's actor, Trini's actor. Was an interview with her for High Five. Billy's Billy, of course, was on the Food Fight one. Kimberly for No Clowning Around, and Zach for Happy Birthday Zach, obviously. So yeah, he got the Food Fight one. They you saw like the interview. He was talking to different kids and stuff like that. Um, they could have been. Oh, okay. Yeah. So okay. So well, I tell you one thing. I'll share you with. I'll share with you. Something else Link Horror said on his YouTube channel about Billy's physique. He said Billy had a physique that would make jocks jealous. Yeah, they because it's like in season one they always put him in like a whole lot of like a whole lot of like overalls or stuff like that to really make him look nerdy and stuff. But yeah, but like in the later seasons when he started wearing muscle shirts and stuff like that, like oh boy. And I tell you a lot of like see the thing with Billy, like my wife and I was talking about, Billy had the strength in him all the time to had the strength in him all the time. But the reason why it wasn't until later, like season three or season two, when he really showed it more so with development, because in season one he lacked his character lacked a lot of confidence. So a lot of time his fights as far as like being successful was when he was morphed. But over time, when he got to season two, he was able to take on putties really easily, even before he morphed there, because his confidence was going up. Um, like I say, and that's one thing they say. A lot of time people have it in them all the time, but if they lack in confidence, then yeah, they may not believe they can do it when they really can. Exactly. Yes. Just like me in summer school, I had it. Yeah, I could pass my summer school class and go to high school, but the thing was, I needed that confidence boost in order to do it. So, yeah, without that confidence, yeah, I would have failed and probably had to repeat eighth grade. So, yeah, so that's something to really that's definitely something to take into account there. Um, so when I watched the Power Rangers, I always imagined myself as Billy, the Blue Ranger, because I liked because because my favorite color was blue, and he wore glasses. Those were two reasons I had. Like I said, I was 7 years old, so those were my two reasons that I imagined myself as Billy the Blue Ranger. And yeah, I would imagine being in the episodes with some of my classmates in the place of the other Rangers. And like you say, it's morphin' time, fighting Rita and the putties and stuff like that. Um, he had, yes, he did. I definitely, especially I rewatching season one, I definitely saw that there. When they first, yeah, it was. And they say, somebody once said, "Gotta be the glasses." So yeah, them glasses can be a charmer at times. Yeah, when they really, yeah. So and that also goes to show you everybody got a different type of guy that they like. So yeah, it's all different expectations, and hey, so but yeah, so yeah, I always imagine myself as Billy, and the other kids that I imagined as the other Rangers, like in My Little Fantasy. I'm just gonna say the first name, not the whole name. there was a kid named Nick. I imagine him as the Red Ranger. Hannah is yellow. I was, of course, blue. Um, Another kid named Steven was the Black Ranger, and Amanda was pink. So I bet us doing our thing, and then later, of course, another kid named Trey as the Green Ranger, which actually was my cousin there, my oldest cousin. So yeah, we had that going, and oh, no, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, nerds can get girls too. Trust me. Yeah, that's any like I say, because I mean every that's the thing, it's all about you know you got girls that like nerds, girls that like jocks, girls that like golf girls, all that. That's good. You got different types of girls with different expectations there. So yes, he can. Nerds can definitely get the girls there. Oh yeah, and it can be the same vice versa too. I mean, and it's a with even like nerds like Vilma. Hmm. Jinkies. So yeah. So and speaking of which, there was one thing that did happen to me one time in a dream. Um, there was a dream I had while I was when I was 7 years old. In the dream, I was in a cave of some sort. It looked like a cave from one of the episodes of Power Rangers, and I'm walking around this cave out of nowhere. Kimberly, and she's morphed in her Pink Ranger suit. All of a sudden appeared like doing an airborne flip, hiya, and she landed in front of me. And when she saw me in the dream, when she saw me, she demorphed, walks up to me, and kisses me. And then I woke up like almost almost like almost like Goofy from the Goofy movie when he saw they saw this girl and this lady in the dressing room and she screamed and Goofy was like, here we go. Wow, Goofy. Hey, I tell you, Goofy, my boy, though. I would, yeah, I tell you, I'm cool with Goofy, though. Yeah, and he has some pretty good words of wisdom too. Uh, Jason and Tommy and Zach always, he's not a fan. Oh, that yeah. They try like I said, there was a few girls he got in season one, and then I think they sort of up the as when his confidence built, they sort of up that a bit in season two, um, somewhat season three, and then of course we know the Alien Ranger saga and Zeo, yeah, and it's a so yeah, that was kind of the history guy. But like I say, at least he did get the ending in the show. That is with the equation that he ended up with there off screen there. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, Kimberly. So yeah, like I say, yeah. Kimberly had kissed me in the dream. Um, there was one adventure as the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger that I imagine is actually based off of some nightmares I once had. This might sound a little unusual to you there, but when I was like before I even watched Power Rangers, when I was like probably like 2 to 4 years old, I was terrified of. You ever heard of Mr. Peanut from the Planners Peanut? Let me see if I can bring him up there. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, remember this character here? Yeah, Mr. Peanut. Yeah, he do, he do kind of look a little creepy there. Now, Corey, as being a adult, it's like, hmm. But when I was like between 2 to 4 years old, he terrified me. Yes, he. I was terrified, and the reason why I was terrified of him was because in the commercials back then, he would always, like he always be dancing in the commercials and stuff. The commercials that I saw, he started dancing, then he would come to the screen, and it looked like, and to me as a like 3 year old, it I thought he jumped out the TV, and when I saw that and thought he jumped out the TV, I ran like and ran to the back of I would run to the back of the house. My mom, I like some peanuts. I especially like hot peanuts there. Yeah, but I wasn't. But apparently, but Mr. Peanut, yeah, I guess it did. Like I say, I'm okay with him now. But yeah, I'm okay with him now because older and everything. But yeah, it didn't go over so well when I was like 3 years old. There, my mom bring it back. I'm like, Gabe, it's just a peanut on TV. And I had and then I actually had nightmares. Um, the scariest nightmare I had was okay. So again, I'm like 3 years old. I may have been 2 or 3 years old. I'm I'm in my room. All of a sudden, I heard the front door open and close, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, I hear footsteps, and with the footsteps, I hear this music going. Dun, 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 dun. And as that music and footsteps got close, the door of my bedroom's open. I see Mr. Peanut marching past my room like this, and and I'm just sitting there. I was real quiet, and and as I'm waiting, eventually I heard like the bathroom light come on, then the toilet flush. I guess he had to use the bathroom. Don't ask why. And then the light went off, and then he marches back across the broom, do 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 do, goes back out the front door of the house, closes it, and I stood for a while, and I'm thinking he's gone. And the minute I let out a sigh of relief, suddenly he pops back up in my room. I got ya, and I'm like, ah! And he's dancing all the room, and when he's doing that, like on the ceiling and stuff, and then you hear this music going, and I just wake up screaming like bloody murder there. Yeah, part though pardon me for saying that live stream. So it was so so I mentioned that because in he was terrified of the chaos in Orphanland. Oh, hold on, let me see that. Hmm. Chaos in Orphanland. And here's that one now. From named Bird. Okay, Orphanland. Let's see. Hmm. Was that like a show or something like that? Or like a ad or something? Or I think it's okay. I see on here it say there's a thing that say theme park or something like that. Yeah, it's Orphanland. Oh wait, this might be it right here. Uh okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I'm not gonna. Hey, what's up, EJS? EJ, the one EJS. Yeah. So okay, okay. Yeah. So it was a ride. Okay. Yeah. I kind of yes, Blue Ranger power. Yep. Yeah, I kind of now I kind of feel I kind of understand you with the ride thing now because yeah, like I say, I mean I like some rides that I do like some rides and stuff like that, but it depends on the on what kind it is. I don't like them high up rides there, so yeah. I said yeah, all the Blue Rangers there. Woo. So yeah, we're going through all that, EJ. Yeah. Um. So with that, oh yeah, even Justin, yeah. Bird is not a trap. Nah, and from what I just saw, he yeah, he does look kind of creepy. Yeah. So I can see why. Yeah. So yeah. Um. And now, but so in my adventure there, I had a fantasy of where like in episode Blue Battle. Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember that there, EJ. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna scared of that reptile. Okay. Yeah, mom, and I tell you, my mom does not is kind of a little iffy about about reptiles. There, yeah. Oh boy, I brought I brought a lizard in the house one time when I was a teenager, and my mom came and caught that lizard. She saw me with that lizard in my room. Gabe, get that out of the house right now! I'm like, Mom. So yeah, she didn't take too well to the reptiles there. Yeah, so yeah, so so with oh yeah the so about with Mr. Peanut yeah so Rita in my adventure Rita Repulsa was like, so Gabe is scared of a peanut, huh? Well, what say we make and then goes, I know what you're thinking, my empress. We'll make that peanut into a monster to really terrify the Blue Ranger. Excellent. Well, what are you waiting for? Go down there and get that peanut. Yes, my empress. So they bring Mr. Peanut to life off the can and everything. It's time to destroy the Power Rangers. That's actually how I imagine your reptile would love Rita. Possibly, possibly, yeah, you never know. There's a Rita and possibly even Lord Zed there. Yeah, because he had a reptile monster once there. um, see, the voice that I imagine from Mr. Peanut, Mr. Peanut never spoke in the commercials that I saw, but he spoke in another dream. There was another dream I had where he spoke. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I'm a big fan of the California Raisins. Oh yes, I heard it through the grapevine, raising the California sunshine. Yeah, he probably would be. So I had a dream once that the California Raisins were performing at my house. And I was real excited and everything. I was watching them, do that little song and everything. And then a little bit later in the dream, I come in the kitchen and the California Raisins were sitting around the kitchen and they looked like they looked like they were like, say, like when a person has a stomach ache. Like, oh, and they were painted yellow. And I was like, wait, what's going on in here? I sat down for a second. Suddenly I felt the chair go up. And I looked down. Mr. Peanut had picked up the chair with me in it. And I went to screaming. And suddenly he's looking at me screaming. And he says, what's the matter? I look like I stopped screaming. I'm like, what did you just say? Like, I said, what's the matter? That and only thing I remember before I woke up was I went from because like he was the one that painted the California Raisins and had them feeling like they were in pain there. So So that's the voice I've always imagined Mr. Peanut having because that's how he talked in the dream. With that sort of, oh, now, all right, Rangers. I'm, how do you do? Pleased to meet you. It's time to destroy you for Empress Rita. With my peanut bombs. Ah, so he attacks. So first, they go through. First like the putties come out. Um, like they fight the putties before Mr. Peanut shows up. Then suddenly Mr. Peanut shows up like, "Howdy, Rangers. A pleasure. A pleasure to meet you all." And I freaked away. Mr. Peanut? The one and only. Definitely one of Rita's monsters. It's morphin' time. Everybody morphs except for me because I'm really terrified. Like, hey, what's wrong? Like, I, I can't. And I take off out of fear of Mr. Peanut. He's like, ooh, looks like the Blue Ranger doesn't want to fight today. A peanut bombs. Like, well, and so Nick like, we'll hold them off. You go. He's like, you go check on Gabe. Right. So Trey comes, who I imagine is a Green Ranger. He comes to see what's going on. Me to find out, like that, I'm terrified of the Peanut. And then later, of course, there's that moment where you have to get over your fear, stuff like that. But of course, eventually, you know what Rita's gonna do. Oh no! Yeah, like, the Blue Ranger's getting over his fear of the peanut. Oh, this could ruin our plans. I don't think so. Magic wand, make my peanut grow. And now imagine, just imagine, Mr. Peanut here. Let me go back there. Just a imagine, yeah, Mr. Peanut as a giant there. Yeah, yeah, just imagine that. Yeah, a giant sized Mr. Peanut. Oh, oh, Rangers, it's time to flatten you. The word would be a good deal for Tyler Perry to play for Power Rangers or Vin Diesel. Tyler Perry in the Power Rangers. Hmm. Now that would be kind of interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I kind of would like to see that. him and or Vin Diesel. Yeah, I appreciate it, EJ. Yeah. So yeah, so Mr. Peter, yeah, he's the Of course, I come back and Medea Force. he could be Tyler Perry. Oh boy. So you want Tyler Perry to play one of the villains? Yeah. Well, hey, it could happen. I mean, matter of fact, I probably mentioned this before, but my boy EJ in here, he played a villain in the Sherlock Holmes play. So yeah, why not? The House of Pain Power. Well, Curtis and his family as Power Rangers. Meet the oh my lord, Mister. I'm trying. Oh, he just stopped. Please. Oh, I guess Jason. Oh, thanks. He actually. Well, yeah, because when he first became the Green Ranger, he was under Rita's control and everything as a villain. But there was also a villain character that he did play. And I have not seen the film yet, but it's supposed to be Lord Draven or something like that. No, Drake Khan or something like that. There, um, Diary of a Mad Megazord. Oh boy, and And they get on my case about the puns. Say, people get on my case for coming up with puns. So, oh boy, it's like Gabe, stop with the puns. So, so yeah, so of course they call for their Megazords. Like, we need dinosaur power now. Oh yeah. Yep, he could probably do it. He could probably, yeah, if he was, yeah. God rest his soul there. Yeah, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I wish he was still around there. But yeah, yeah. So you get the Zords. They come from the Megazord. So now you got Mr. Peanut fighting the Rangers Megazord and the Dragon Zord. By the way. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum. Oh, so you can't get up on me 2-on-1. I'll take you on. Fight with his cane and stuff like that. You're not going to beat me. Man, this Peanut's a lot more powerful than he looks. Try the power sword. You can't. It'll take more than that silly thing to defeat me. He knocked the sword out. When he make it, so then that's when of course, just like with the spider monster, we need to make a dragon sword power now. And that's how they defeat the peanut monster. Yeah, they with the make a dragon sword fighting mode there. Yeah, so peanuts defeated there. Um so some other adventures I imagined myself in. Okay, of course, they had season 2 when they got the Thunderzords. That was my favorite, as I think I mentioned in the last stream. The Thunder Megazord was definitely my favorite one. I still like season 1's dinosaurs and stuff like that, but I really like that Thunder Megazord. Um, but especially the way it looked when all the Zords combined into it. Thunder Megazord online. Especially how they call for it too. It's like, they would call for their dinosaurs, but they would change them every time. Like Mastodon, Lion, Thundersword power. Pterodactyl, Firebird, Thundersword power. Triceratops, Unicorn, Thundersword power. Saber-tooth Tiger, Griffin, Thundersword power. Tyrannosaurus, Red Dragon, Thundersword power. And then, of course, eventually, Tommy becomes the White Ranger, and he got the Tigerzord power. White Ranger, Tiger power. Yeah, they had that, and then of course they also had Tortoiseshell Zord. And with season 1 they had Titanus. A lot of people like Titanus more so than Tortoiseshell Zord there. I think because Titanus, they kind of like the way Titanus is styled more so. And so of course, Lord Zed. Then of course, he married Rita. Then Rita's brother shows up with an ambush after the Masked Rider crossover and pretty much trashes the Thunderzords, overloading them to the point that they start coming apart. That was as a kid, when I first saw that as a kid, the Thunder Megazord started falling apart and the wires and stuff like that. That was kind of scary. That was really scary to me back then. I was like, what the? Yeah, it was like the Tigerzord's head fell off and everything. Like, oh my god! The arm, and then just all these explosions. Yeah, it was that was a really scary sight there. And then of course, they had to go to Ninja to get their new Ninja Zord and everything, and we went from putties to Tangas. Yeah, I gotta say them Tangas are actually I kind of I kind of noticed when they got the stuff like the tangas, yeah, it seemed like like the fight, like the battles and stuff was starting to escalate more because see, first you had like just your putties, then you had Lord Zed's putties where you kick the Z and they fall apart. Now you got these tangas. They're not. I mean, they're not like just super strong, but they seem like they were a little stronger than the putties because they ended up having this extra mode to fight them in with the Ninja Ranger power and stuff there. So yeah, it was so it was sort of like an evolution of your enemies there. As the Rangers get new powers, the villains, of course, are going to up their game there to make things even harder. Sort of like a video game. The higher level you get, the harder things get. So, uh, yeah, that was let's see, making okay. I just making sure the stream was still working and everything. Test me. Say test the stream, man. I'm just I don't want I'm making sure it's not freezing up on me or anything like that. Okay. Say yeah, put a one in the chat if y'all still see me on here and everything. Yeah. Still ones of y'all that's still in here. Yeah, put a one in the chat there. Oh. Okay, so it's still okay, good. All right, so the stream's still going there because I've seen it where it's frozen up before. Um, so with that, there was let's see, okay, you had the thought the ninjas, ninjetti, and all that. Um, and of course, like I say, I was still imagining myself as the Blue Ranger throughout all of that. Even in when they got to Zio, when they stronger than before. Yeah. Zio, and then also Turbo. Speaking with the movies, I actually did see the Mighty Morphin movie, and they had, and remember they had these toys that they didn't come in your Happy Meal, but you could purchase them at McDonald's. The Rangers and like these little wheelies of the Zords. Someone had got, I think it was my mom or somebody we knew, got me that whole set from McDonald's, the Rangers and the Ninja Zords there. And as of now, I think when I got older, like in middle school, uh, and it wasn't I still like Power Rangers, but at the time I got into middle school, I was getting off into stuff like Digimon and Pokemon and stuff like that. So that's when my boy EJ, sort of like my little brother back there, he would always be wanting to play with my Ranger toys. So when I got to middle school, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna give you these toys, but really? So yeah, so he got that set there. As I gave it to him. And going back with the movies there, so we saw the Mighty Morphin movie. Also, there were Happy Meal toys of the Power Rangers. I remember getting the communicator. And I love wearing that communicator, pretend like I'd be morphing with it and stuff like that. I wish I got the morpher in my Happy Meal with the coins and stuff. However, I found out now when we were kids, when I was a kid, and also my wife was a kid, she was in California at that time. So she hadn't moved to Shreveport until she got out of high school, and we met each other in college. So so I didn't know this, but she told me about this. She said she actually had got the morpher in one of her Happy Meals as a kid with the coins and stuff. I was like, I wish, man, I wish I was around when you got that. I would have liked that morpher, baby. Say, so I could morph. You know, yeah. she, I was wanting that morpher. So, but I do remember. But then when the Turbo movie came out, I will say now I do like now, pretty much all obviously all the seasons. It took me a while to get into Turbo. There, one reason why, um, one reason why I'm really not completely sure, but looking back on it, like I said, it's still cool with the cars and stuff. And I remember as a kid, I would be riding my bike on. I would be when I'd be riding my bike, I'd be imagining that I was in the Turbo Zords to form the Turbo Megazord, um, sort of. And man, I even imagined a Turbo Bike Megazord with my bicycle there. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, but like a lot of people, there was the question of why did they switch from Zeo? Because with Zeo, they said the powers were getting stronger over time. From the beginning all the way to the end of the episode to the point where they could even grow big with the Zeo powers and didn't even need the Zords there to finish off King Mondo. So it's like, well, why would you trade that away for these turbo powers? This is a theory. Yeah, it was something that bothered us for a while, but this is my theory, and I think somebody pointed this out. So you remember when Jason became the Gold Ranger, from because Trey from Triporia gave him the staff and everything, and he did good with the Gold Ranger powers there. But towards the end of the episode, toward the end of the season, I mean, the Gold Ranger powers were starting to kind of malfunction and stuff. It say that his physiology or something was rejecting the powers. His physiology and make something genetic makeup and everything. So they had to give him back to Trey. What I theorize is that maybe because the Gold Ranger powers were a lot stronger than the other Zeo crystals, and maybe since they had the Zeo crystals a lot longer than Jason had the Gold Ranger powers, maybe shortly after they gave after Jason gave the powers back to Trey, maybe the Zeo powers had got to the point where they were too strong for the Rangers. This would explain why in the Turbo movie, why when Kat tried to morph as she fell into the river, Zeo Ranger wasn't pink. Maybe why the powers had gave out. Nostalgia critic, well, he's not really a fan of it, but he reviewed the Turbo movie. He was like, "What? The powers aren't waterproof?" Yeah, but I think it was that the Zeo, maybe at that point, that's where the Zeo crystals had got too powerful. And so when they created the turbo powers, maybe I don't think there was so much they were trying to make something stronger. Maybe they were trying to kind of bring the powers that they had down where they could handle them, sort of like draining a portion of the powers, which would explain why Tommy was able to morph into Zeo Ranger 5 in Forever Red there. So and then plus and as we all know, they say Zordon didn't exactly discover the powers. I mean, he didn't make the powers. I mean, he just discovered them. So there is a lot to the Ranger powers, the coins, the crystals, and all the other stuff that is still a mystery to the morphing history there. So yeah, so there is that. So that was a theory there that's how the turbo powers may have came into place. Um, then of course, then of course, yeah, space. I like now. Don't get me wrong. I like Mighty Morphin starting off. My favorite season of the Saban era, outside of Mighty Morphin, was Power Rangers in Space. Set controls to outer space now. And of course, I imagine myself as the Blue Ranger in that. Um, there was quite a bit that I imagined myself doing as the Blue Ranger in here. Um, as a Blue Space Ranger. Um, oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, there was one time in Zeo that I know I imagined myself as the Blue Ranger. One time in Zeo, I imagined myself as the Gold Ranger. And I was trying, like the Gold Ranger morph is a little different from the others. Because the staff opens up and Jason's like, Gold Ranger power. I am at so I was on the playground at school one time, and I was pretending to do the Gold Ranger more. I said, Gold Ranger power, and so I said Gold Ranger power. Before I could complete the morph, a kid walks up to me, one of the other students. Your your pants are unzipped. Like, oh, really killed the moment there. So, oh man, it's like right in the middle of my morphing. So that was kind of an embarrassing moment there, the unzipped pants part there. Yeah, no, a lot of us have probably had that moment there where we walked out and then somebody told us our pants were unzipped, or we got a shirt on backwards, or your shoes obviously your shoes untied. That's the most common one, but yeah, the most embarrassing one is that unzipped pants there. Yeah. Oh boy. And so back with space. Oh my. So yeah, let's rock it. Three, three, five, five, three, lift off. Yeah. So there was and let me ask y'all a question. What are your thoughts? Just kind of brief. What are your thoughts about when the Ninja Turtles met the Power Rangers in space? It was a version of the Ninja Turtles that was out that Saban actually I think he created the show as well. Uh, Teenage the next mutation there at that time. Let's see, teenage. Yes, it was a crossover. Teenage Mutant Ninja. The next mutation. Yeah, where you at? There we are. Yes, this is okay. This is what they kind of look like, and they actually they had a female turtle in this series too. So there was five of them instead of four. This is what they look like. Yeah, Raphael. He's standing next to that's Raphael. He's standing next to Venus right there. That's the new female turtle. And then of course you got Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo. But yeah, that was they had a crossover with the Power Rangers in space because their show was airing at that time. They only had one season though, because apparently it didn't do so well there. Um, and I think a lot of it, because I remember one reviewer of the series talked about, actually Link Horrigan. He said that this show has only one season, and for some reason they got two clip show episodes there. So I mean it probably had some potential there, but yeah, I think for one thing, oh yeah, you knew about it, yeah. For one thing, like I say, it's kind of, I mean, the concept's kind of cool, especially for turtle fans. But yeah, the budget on it was not so well done. I know a lot of Saban stuff is low budget stuff, and that's not always a bad thing. I mean, Power Rangers was low budget, and they still are a great show. But Ninja Turtles did not fare so well in the same manner. The next mutation for that version, they was it was supposed to be like a continuation from the live action movies that Jim Henson had done starting in like the 1980s there, for like a sort of like or kind of connected with the movies there, where they were no longer teenagers and they were adults and stuff, even though they said they were 17 or whatever. Um, yeah. So yeah, they had a crossover with Powers in Space, where Astronomer had put them under her control to sabotage the Astro Mega ship. But then, of course, the control broke, and then you had the team up of the Turtles and the Power Rangers against, the foot soldiers and stuff. Yeah, that was okay. I honestly, I really wish if they were going to do a Turtles Power Rangers crossover, I wish that they had done it with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because there are actually, and I didn't even know it, but there are comic books of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles. That would work out so much better, especially season three of the Power Rangers when they got, remember when the Rangers got the ninja powers. Just think about that. Ninja Ranger power, Ninja Turtles. And especially if you bring in, like, even if it's not the exact one, a version of the Turtles from the movie, like, I would say even if you get the costumes from the third live action movie, Turtles in Time, even those costumes would work there. Um, so yeah, they should have done a crossover with Mighty Morphin. Cause just imagine since they had two sets of Megazords, the Ninja Megazord and the Shogun Megazord. Just imagine the Turtles piloting the Shogun Megazord alongside the Rangers and the Ninja Megazord. Yeah, missed opportunity there. So yeah, but so yeah, there was that, and with like I say, there was an adventure that I did imagine. One thing I imagined was some extra Power Rangers. There was three girls that were at my church during the time that Power Rangers in Space were out. Three teenage girls, and I was like about 9 years old at this point. So these three teenage girls, Sarah, Rosie, and Charlene, I imagined them as the Trinity Rangers, and the Trinity Rangers, the colors that they had, there was Sarah was the Purple Ranger. Uh, no, actually, no, I take that back. Sarah was the Orange Ranger. Rosie was the Purple Ranger, and Charlene was the Brown Ranger. Now, I don't know how exactly that might sound. The Brown Ranger. Like I say, I was a kid when I came up with this, so like I say, if that kind of if the Brown Ranger sounds a little awkward of a Ranger color, I deeply apologize for that. But like I said, I was like 9 years old when I thought of it, so I was just trying to think of colors that had not been used there. But yeah, um, yeah, yeah. Looking back at that, it's kind of sounding a little awkward to me. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I imagined back then, and um, yeah, they had their own little spaceship Megazord, the Trinity Megazord, um, and there was an adventure I imagined once that was sort of like imagine Power Rangers in space meet Star Wars. So I imagined a Star Wars adventure of Power Rangers in space where um, we were coming to some like planet or something, and when we crashed on the planet, there was like this game show on the planet, and then a monster showed up that he would always announce whenever he got ready to attack you. He would announce, and now I'm going to destroy you with something that starts with the letter A. Yeah, he's sort of like an alphabet monster there. If that makes any sense there. So yeah, then of course Trinity Megazord team up with the Astro and Delta Megazord to defeat them. And of course, they had the other Zords like the Mega Voyager. That Mega Voyager was a good Megazord in space. There, I really like that Mega Voyager. Astro Delta Megazord, real good. I actually once had a Astro Megazord toothbrush once, toothbrush holder that with the Astro Megazord and the Astro Megazord figure. Now it didn't transform into the ship mode, but it was just in Megazord mode there. So so that was a few things I had, and I have seen the finale of Power into Space, Countdown to Destruction, but I did not see it when it first came out. It was one of those things I saw like years later when I look back on Power Rangers. And so because of that, I imagined the finale of Space being that similar to the finale of season two going into season three of Mighty Morphin, where the which that's kind of what actually happened, But a lot of the like the Astro and Delta Megazord, a lot of their Zords had gotten destroyed and stuff. And in my imagination, all the Rangers they fall out the Zords and stuff, but the yellow Space Ranger gets teleported to join with another group of people, and they become the Power Rangers Geo. So that was something I imagined there. Geo Power Rangers being sort of like a mini series to space there. So there was that, and when they did Lost Galaxy, for some reason that makes it. Well, you never know. Yeah, that could, Geo. Yeah, that could there. That's about. I don't remember what I came up with with Geo, but yeah, that was what I randomly came up with there. Um, and the weirdest thing is when Power Rangers Lost Galaxy came out. For some reason, when I the little bit I did watch of it here and there, um, I thought that it was still Power Rangers in space. Like, like okay, like like the Mighty Morphin season one, they had, we need dinosaur power. Then, they can't season two, they changed to the Thunder Zord, third season with the Ninja Zord. I was thinking that Lost Galaxy was still the Space Rangers with new Zords and stuff. That's what but I had no idea, or either with new powers there. But I thought it was the same cast from space, is what I mean to say. But of course, that got of course I found out I was wrong on that when I saw the crossover of Space and Lost Galaxy. Yeah, so that kind of cleared things up for me. Um, so so yeah, there was that, and then of course they went to Lightspeed, Time Force, and such. And let's see what Time Force, Wild Force. I During like Lightspeed, Time Force, and Wild Force, um, I caught like a few episodes of it, but at that time, I didn't hate Power Rangers, but at that time I was busy watching Pokemon and Digimon at the time, and yeah, that kind of had my attention. It's sort of like as a kid, when you see something new, then you start watching it more. Sort of like the equivalent of getting a brand new toy, and you start playing with the new toys. The newness of the toy. Then just say later you get another new toy, and ooh, like Andy with Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Yeah, and Woody was all upset about that there. Um, so yeah, when Ninja Storm came out, I actually started watching Power Rangers more so again, along with other stuff I was watching too. But what drew me back with Ninja Storm was the way the costumes look, and I actually say I don't know what you'll think about this, but I actually thought that Ninja Storm was made by college students. That's what I thought. I thought it like a fan, like some college students that were fans of Power Rangers, and and I actually mean that in a good way, because I thought like, wow, if this is made by college students, they did a really good job, and it's because of the way the suits look. That's why I thought maybe they were, like maybe when they put this together, they were being creative with the suit designs, like something that we hadn't seen before. Like, this looks pretty neat here. And also the morphers for Ninja Storm were really cool because they made me think of Beyblade there. Like Ninja Storm, Ranger Form, ha! Beep beep. Power of Earth, Earth. Power of water, water. Power of air, air. And so on and so on. Thunderstorm and Samurai Storm. Yep. Then of course Dino Thunder. And funny thing about Dino Thunder, it was that I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. So I started watching it, and as I'm watching Dino Thunder, I'm looking at their teacher, Dr. Oliver. I honest as a kid, when I was in elementary and I watched My Morphin Power Rangers, I never knew what Tommy's last name was. I always just knew him as Tommy. When Dino Thunder came out, this was the first time I found out his last name was Oliver. So I heard them kept calling him like Dr. Oliver or Dr. O. And when I look at their teeth, I'm like, something looks familiar about this guy. I can't put my finger on it. Then comes that one episode, like, guys, there's something I gotta tell you. Oh, more dinosaur bone story. My history as a Power Ranger. And I'm like, wait, what? Then the minute they started showing footage from Michael from Power Rangers, Tommy! I was so excited. I was like, oh man, that's Tommy. And he had his hair cut. That's what was throwing me off there because I was so used to him having long hair, like in the early seasons and stuff. As some people say, having that Jesus hair there. And so yeah, yeah, I was like, wow, it's Tommy, he's back, and of course I'm gonna watch this season. Then after Dino Thunder was over, they was talking about SPD, and I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna, I'm gonna watch some other stuff. I'm tired of Power Rangers. You will never guess what got me to watch SPD. A bunch of a bunch of 4-year-old kids convinced me to watch SPD. This is how they did it. Because one of those kids, what it was, I was a senior in high school at this point, and I volunteered as I signed because we had a daycare at my high school, and I volunteered. I signed up as a volunteer daycare, volunteering in the daycare. And the reason I did that, I wanted to experience what it would be like to have kids. Like when, right now, we don't have any kids right now, but uh, wifey and I we're working on that there. So as back then, I was like, I know I was going to graduate soon, and become an adult, and I'm thinking about, one day I'm definitely, I'm going to meet a special someone, and we're gonna probably get married and stuff like that, and more than likely have some kids. So I wanted to be prepared for that there. So that's why I signed up and volunteered in the daycare. So I could kind of at least have a little bit of knowledge of a little bit of knowledge of dealing with small children, and just kind of have a little kind of a few things to expect with it there. Um, so in the nursery, and also another reason I signed up because of the movie Daddy Daycare. I was imagining that I was going to be like Eddie Murphy in that movie, and it kind of surprisingly, it kind of happened like that. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Two girls. Okay, we I kind of speaking of girls, I actually feel like when we finally do have our first child, I feel like it's that the first child is probably going to be a girl. I would now don't get me wrong, I would like actually what I expect is one of each, a girl and a boy. I feel like the girl's going to come first there. So yeah, but I kind of want one of each though. That kind of have a little complete there. So um so if with the it kind of turned out like Daddy Daycare in that nursery for me, because all the kids that were in that nursery became really attached to me. He's very first. Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, well that should definitely increase your chances there. That's good. That's good. Okay. But all those kids in the nursery became attached to me over not like after I had been down there a few days. Can you make it? Kid, I really? How can you? How can you make it? Well, about and then that birds and the bees talk that like when your parents sit you down as a kid, you see, when mommy and daddy love each other very much. That little talk there, and I actually um, I actually learned about this like where babies come from when at a very young age. I think I was like I think possibly maybe 7, possibly 8. Because I asked my mom, where babies come from? So she didn't tell me right away, but she said, give me a second. I'll let you know. Just give me a little time. She she took time to go. We went to the library and she got a VHS video. It was animated. It was an animated cartoon. So it wouldn't, so it'd be still somewhat a little child friendly, but it showed all the stuff about yep. It showed all the stuff about how man woman get together to make a baby. Yeah, so that's I was exposed to that information very early there. Uh, Now it's starting to make me think of that scene from Guardian of the Galaxy with Drax, when he was asking about Peter's father, and he's like, I don't need to know how my mom and dad did it. Why? My father would tell the story of impregnating your mother every winter solstice. That's disgusting. It's beautiful. You Earthers have hang-ups. always always cracks me up there with Drax. Yeah. So yeah, like I say, yeah, I learned at a very early age, and like I say, oh yeah, about the nursery. Yeah, those kids in the nursery, they would be real. It was almost like it's Uncle Gabe. Eh. They would be waiting at the time like that it was time for me to come to the nursery. It's Gabe coming. Gabe is coming. Gabe is coming. So during my time down there, one of the kids that was attached to me the most, well, two of those kids that were attached to me the most, it was a boy named Jonathan, and then Gambit went and did. Oh, I remember. I know exactly I know what you're talking about with that. I saw that. I saw the movie, and I know exactly. Yeah, Gambit. He did not get. He just said what he said. Like, oh, yeah, like I'm trying to keep it family friendly in the stream there, but I know exactly what Gambit was saying in that movie. It's like, and we were just laughing, gang man, say that, golly, dude. I think even Deadpool was like, what? Oh, really? Oh, you think so? Okay. Yeah, hey, I hope they I'm hoping make a Gambit movie at some point because yeah, he was a great character the way they showed him for the time that he was on screen and stuff. Yeah, he needs a movie. So, um, but yeah, but it was. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But he so with Jonathan, he got real attached to me, and there was a girl named Kelsey. Jonathan was like 4, Kelsey was like 3, and then she turned 4 while she eventually she did turn 4, and eventually Jonathan turned 5, and so they were the two that was attached to me the most. During my time down there, Jonathan would be talking a lot about Power Rangers SPD, and he kept calling me the Shadow Ranger. And I'm like, wait, you call me? Wait, what? You're the Shadow Ranger, Gabe. I'm like, the Shadow Ranger. So, and then when he told me it was from SPD, I watched an episode of SPD and saw the Shadow Ranger in action. Okay, and that's how I got into Power Rangers SPD because a 5-year-old called me the Shadow Ranger. So that was that was kind of it's kind of funny, but it's actually kind of cool too. And ever since then, like I say, Power Rangers SPD became my favorite season during the Disney era. During when Disney had Power Rangers, SPD became my favorite. I didn't even think I would like it at first. It became my favorite out of that. The characters in SPD, the Rangers, they reminded me a lot of the kids I was looking after in the nursery, but adult versions of them. The way they acted toward each other, and was sometimes, sort like just like like people. It was, I guess, in a way you could say like college students and stuff like that. Mhm. You get, yes, 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 I do. Yeah, I definitely, we definitely want to, have a little one there, maybe, if possible too, but yeah, we at least we definitely want to get the first one out though. Yeah, at least, yeah, like we want to get the first one out, first kid out, and like I say, if things work out after after the first kid, um, possibly at least two kids if it's possible. Yeah, well, I know we definitely want one, but if it's possible, yeah, I would definitely go for two. Yes, boy, a girl and a boy. So yeah, um, yeah, we definitely do. Um, yeah, yeah, and that's like I said before. That's why I was in that nursery at my school, and also the nursery we had at my old church, First Baptist. Yeah, yeah. And the kid, that's the thing. I really think we're gonna do. I really, by the grace of God, we should do a really, like I say, with God's help, we should be able to do a pretty good job there. With under His guidance there. Um, yeah, because that's one thing about it. You got to put God first there. um, so yeah, like I said, yeah, SBD. Yeah, I really, and that was I like how they did the Shadow Ranger in SBD. Yeah, they oh, that was pretty cool to imagine myself as him. And then plus, he's actually pretty tall compared to the right. Even though they're supposed to be like young adults, the Shadow Ranger Kruger is a pretty tall guy, almost like Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal height there. And that's probably why the kids were looking at me as the Shadow Ranger. That's yes, that is good. Yeah, that's good. Definitely keep doing that. There, keep going always. Um, and yeah, like I say, because with what we go through in life, yeah, we need we need. I mean, it makes me think about David. In the David and Goliath. David Goliath. David, he was on the run from Saul at one point, and he was all in a panic. He said, God, Saul trying to come. God, you realize Saul's out to get me. Well, and God was like, David, has he caught you yet? Well, no, but I got you, David. Just keep. I got you. He's not gonna get you, David. As long as I'm here, Saul's not gonna get you. Just keep your trust in me. Yeah. And then, like Jesus told Peter, and when Peter tried to walk on the water, and he started sinking because he doubted, Jesus told him, "Man of little faith, why did you doubt?" Yeah. So yeah, like I said, that is why it's so important to do that there. Yep. They broke. Wait, what did he? Oh, okay. Okay, you got it. So his whole. Oh, are you trying? Oh, wait, are you trying to say his nose there? See, get the misty. Oh my goodness, man, that must. I know that had to hurt there. Ouch. Oh boy. Yeah, that. See, the bar fight. Oh boy. Yeah, I know that had to hurt there. Oof. Lord have mercy. Almost yes. Oof. That kind of Michael Jackson. He had surgery on his which I know he's had quite a bit of surgery, but the first surgery Michael Jackson had as far as like on his face was because he broke his nose. It's just like that. during a performance or something there. But ouch, yeah. And I remember I almost one time I almost broke my hand there. I let's just say I put it this way. I was this I thank God that I still got my hands, but I was real close to losing my hand once. Losing my hand because I asked because I made a foolish mistake and on my job, and the power jack bashed my hand really hard and kind of busted it there. And I ran up to the front, and like the receiving clerk, she was like, "Gabe, Gabe, Gabe." And when I got up to that front end, and I saw the head manager back then, and was I before I even told her what happened, she saw my hand in the condition it was in. Like, oh my goodness, Gabe, Gabe, come, okay, let's get you, man. We gotta get the guy, call the doctor, stuff like that. Gabe, come, okay, it's gonna be okay, Gabe, it's gonna be okay. Whew, yeah, she had to say, yeah, like I said, that's one thing, I definitely about the head manager back that the Kroger was like her baby, yeah, and especially the employees at Kroger, yeah, it was almost she remind the head that head manager right there reminded me a lot of a mother caring for children there, which like I say is a good thing there. So that means she really treated us well there. Yeah, yeah, you got yes, yes. Ooh, that's what I said. Thank the Lord. I still got them because I almost lost it there. It was, yeah, but I had, as they say, but as soon as I got off work that day, I had to immediately go to the doctor to get a tetanus shot and everything there. So yeah, that was, but like I say, yeah, let's say that. Oh, they say one thing about it: God will bless you in ways that only is possible through Him. No, no, like you as a to make just for you to know only he could do that there. Yes, yeah, because it was tetanus shot. 'Cause I think when you get I I guess like you get I guess a certain injuries you get you have to I think it's supposed I think yeah I guess you're required to get that there. Yeah, so mm, yeah, but like I say, I came out of I think say God brought me out of it. Oh yeah, so yeah, much like with today's incident of why I was late for the live stream. Yeah, the little emergency we had there. Yeah, oh boy, I say yeah, like they say, but so yeah, I think let's see, I said SPT. I think that was pretty much it there as far as a Power Rangers adventure. One other thing I will share, um, because the kids I mentioned in the nursery, uh, since especially little Jonathan, because he was a big fan of SPD. I remember when we was on a field trip with these kids. We was kind of chaperone. No, Spice Girl. Yes, I know about the Spice Girl. And the reason why I know about the Spice Girl is because of my wife. She's a big fan of the Spice Girl. Matter of fact, we got a movie of the Spice Girl. It's sort of like a parody of a documentary. But it's humorous and it's pretty good. Yeah, got some little lighthearted humor there. Which one is you? Dude, let's see. I know my wife's favorite. She like Baby Spice. Oh, I guess I'll just go with. I guess I would just go with Baby. I guess I go with Baby because of my wife. Yeah. Thank you. Ginger. Oh, okay. Cool. Huh. Yeah, I'll just pick Baby because of my wife. Say, you, Luke, you're so cute. Say, oh, everybody adores y'all. So, yeah, but it was a pretty good little like I say, it was like a parody a little bit, but it wasn't mean spirited or anything like that. There, it was just kind of like little fun humor there. Sort of like how it should have ended on YouTube with the superhero stuff. Yeah, something like that. It was. And I actually, and then like I think my wife, she has an album of the Spice Girl, like oh, tell me what they want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna get it, really, 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 get it there. Yeah, yeah, that's. I think that's like the trademark song there. So yeah, but I know about them there. Yeah, but but oh yeah, about the we was on the field, we was on this field trip with the little ones. Jonathan. So I'm sitting next to Jonathan on the bus, and he looked at on our way. I don't know where we were heading exactly. 'Cause I know we've been to places like the Red River and stuff like that. But so he said, "Hey Gabe, tell me a story." So I so since he was in the SPD and he got me into SPD, I was like, okay, I'll tell you the story of how Kruger became the Shadow Ranger. And I literally told him the entire two-parter Shadow episode, like almost like telling a bedtime story. And that whole time, because I think I told like I think I may have told like part of it on the way where we were going, and then the rest on the way back to the school. But that whole story, I did tell him the whole story, and he was like this the whole time. So then what did he do? Oh my god! And then what did he do? And then what did she do? So, it was a really good, like I say, it was a real good moment there. Like had to say, kind of felt like a dad there. What sign? Oh, hold on. Let me look it up real quick there. Let's see. I was born in March. What sign is March there? Okay, March. It say so. Apparently, I'm an Aries. It's a so yeah. Apparently, my zodiac sign is Aries. Sort of like the kind of make me think of the god of war from Wonder Woman. There, yeah, he's Aries. So so apparently, I'm the lowercase g god of war. It's kind of not yeah, a bit. Oh, really? Oh, so his birthday's in March too. Okay. Hmm. I guess we got. Ironic that we both got the same month, and that was the ranger I imagined myself as a kid. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Neat. So, but yeah, that was a real touching moment there. Say telling them about SPD and stuff there. So, I think that's pretty much all I got because the only like I say I know it probably I'm not sure when I will do it because there's some other things I want to do in like in the live stream too, but at some maybe next week, maybe next week at some point, depending on what happens and everything. I might go into telling about some Power Rangers series I actually made up outside of the continuity. Yeah, I actually came up with some Power Ranger creations, which Mega Cards, Kroger Force, Cyber Squad, and then there was a few others there. But those the three I just named right there, those were the ones that I actually created like some actual story arcs in there. The others I just came up with them, but I hadn't really come up like with stories with them, but I just was like naming up I'll do this and this and this. But yeah, but yeah, like the streams coming up that have to do with Power Rangers. Yeah, there'll be one I'll be talking about mega cards that I made up, and then there were like four versions of Kroger Force there, and then Cyber Squad there. That was supposed to be like a Power Rangers mixed with kind of from the internet and stuff like that. There, sort of similar to Digimon, kind of. Yeah. So those would be some of my next Power Ranger related streams. Um, I'm also like I say, not sure I will announce when, probably like each week, if I'm gonna do one like the next week or not. Uh, then as of now, I'm my big sis Casey. She just got the last picture that I need for book three of Yumiko. She got the last picture colored, but she's adding some details to it. So once that's done, I will also be working on getting that book, making sure everything's all together, like the pictures in place and stuff like that. And so I can get that book published there and have my Yumiko trilogy, book one, two, and three. And so there'll probably be some stuff on that when that goes on. Um, and then probably a few other things with either, but like I say, each week I will be announcing what live stream is going to be coming up, what we're going to talk about, stuff like that, and what day. Because, like I say, with my work schedule at Kroger, the days are kind of different. I will Sunday. I always try to do the Bible reading. Um, Most of the days that I would do live, um, at this point, I think most of my seem like my normal live stream days so far seems like two like some like Thursdays and sometimes alternates between Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, kind of varies on my schedule. And the reason I say Thursday because that's the day Thursday I work at midnight. So yeah, I'd be having plenty of time to if nothing goes on, I'd be having plenty of time to get ready for a stream on Thursday. But and yeah, and then like Monday and Friday, that's when my buddy EJ, that's when he does his streams. That way we don't, conflict because I'd be wanting to watch his streams just like he watches mine. So that's so yes, so yeah, I'm usually guaranteed to be here on Thursdays as well as also Sundays unless something comes up. But Sundays and Thursdays, I'm usually always here. Um, and then as far as like any other day, like Tuesday or Wednesday, it just varies on the schedule. Um, may and if there's something I really want to talk about, and there's an opening, I might there's a chance that sometime might surprise. I might do like a surprise stream on Saturday. Sometime not it's not a regular thing, but sometime I might surprise you on Saturday. But yeah, regularly it's mostly Sunday and Thursday, and then it alternates between Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's that's pretty much how my stream schedule seems to be at this very moment there, for the most part, depending on my work schedule. Um, so yeah, with that said, so yeah, I will be, um, and that's why I also said sometime Saturday because like I say, Saturday I really be trying to get like my next week schedule at work, so I can plot out what's going to be going on next week. I have to take time to make the schedule for next week for my live stream there. Um, so yeah, so there's going to be that. So as for now, yeah, this is going to be it. We're going to wrap this up, and glad you guys came on out here there and enjoyed yourselves. Morphin time. Uh, like what you heard. Definitely make sure, and I'm going to put up definitely make sure you like share, which I know you like, share, and subscribe. Definitely do that. Which I know a lot of you already like and subscribe. Y'all already doing that. But to people that haven't done it, yeah. But also get our available books and definitely support us on that Patreon there. Get the little Patreon support. And I'll put up a vid. I'm gonna try to make a video of how to do for people. Though if you don't know like how to do Patreon, because I know I've talked to some people in person that had never even heard of Patreon. So I'm gonna put up a video on how to do that. So that way you can see it and go on Patreon, set yourself an account so you can support the channel and hang out with us here, Discord, Facebook, and sell each other stuff on the McCary app. Hey, no problem, no problem there. Sorry. Oh yeah, good old Triceratops with Billy. So, yep. So on that note, we will definitely see y'all later because I gotta go get washed up for work tomorrow again. So, yeah, they say, but at least I'll be able to relax a little bit tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching EJ's stream. He got something real. Yeah, definitely. If y'all can, the one EJS. Look, before you go. Let me show you what his channel looks like. I work in the produce department at Kroger. I be stocking produce there, so produce stocker. Yeah. Let me show you what his channel looks like there. The one EJS. That's EJ's channel. My friend right there that works. Say we sometimes we collaborate together there, but this is what his channel looks like. So tomorrow at 8 o'clock, he's going to be doing a live stream. He normally does live streams every Monday and Friday, so he'll be having one tomorrow. And why? He's going to be watching the movie Paranormal Activity. So yeah, I work tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be working from 11 to 7. So yeah, as soon as I get out of work, I'm heading right here to relax and watch his stream. Once 8 o'clock comes, turn on the stream and just relax watching him look at paranormal activity. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, like if y'all able to definitely come into his stream then and to see how see it that way. I in Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport, Louisiana. Yep. That's one reason why I say about Star Striker being the Shreveport Defender. So yeah, yeah, we down here in Louisiana in the North State. I know most people would probably say like they're in the South of Louisiana, but we're in the North in Shreveport. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, it's pretty good over here. It's not too bad. Matter of fact, I saw on Facebook, um, Janara, that um, I saw you're from the same area, the same state that my wife is from. My wife is from California, but she's from Pasadena though, and she moved here after high school. So yeah, and I met her at college there. So yeah, y'all from the same state though, not different city, but the same state there. Yeah. So yeah, so that's about it for this stream here, and we'll see y'all in the next stream. Hopefully we can see y'all in my buddy EJ stream tomorrow as he's watching Paranormal Activity, and I'll have the schedule up for next week. Yeah, I'll have the schedule. No later than Saturday, I'll have next week's live stream schedule up. So yeah, as soon as I get my work schedule. Oh, Chicago. Okay, cool. So with that said, we'll peace out and we'll teleport out. So y'all take care. Everybody take care, everybody. Thanks for coming. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So all right. We'll see y'all later there.